The following portion of Good Day PA is sponsored by Miller's Mutual. To kick off Fire Prevention Week, I recently talked with Jenna Schrader and Mark Riley about how insurance companies and underwriters are preparing property owners in the event of a fire. A lot of people realize that insurance companies help after a fire, but you might not know that insurance companies and underwriters are trying to help prevent fires. With me now is Jenna Schrader of Miller's Mutual Insurance and Mark Riley from the Riley Insurance Group. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Jenna, start by explaining how the two of you work together. How do you partner?
So Mark is the agent and I'm the underwriter, and a customer will call Mark when they're in need of insurance, and he will come to me and we'll talk about the risk. I might come up with some recommendations to help mitigate maybe some of the fire risks that they have, and then we'll work together to properly insure these customers.
That probably helps, Mark, that you're out and about with these customers. What kinds of things do you see when you're talking to investment property owners or people with multifamily housing units, any kind of commercial project? What can you do to help them to make sure they're insured properly?
Well, the first thing we do when we go out to see the property, we take a look. You know, what's the condition of the property, the roof, the parking lot, the surrounding area, just to make sure that they're taking care of their property. And then we go through, make sure that they have two means of egress, especially for the tenant-occupied dwellings. And other than that, we just make sure that they have good management, good measures as people come into the property as a tenant. And then just try to help them with smoke detectors and fire extinguishers and security systems and those types of things.
Such important steps to take, and if you do them at the beginning, you may avoid some problems down the road.
That's our goal. Our goal is to provide a safe environment for all.
And how important is this partnership for your two companies? You're really doing a lot of good in the community by working together.
Yeah, so Mark is really the eyes and ears, like he said, of these customers. So he's able to give me the full picture so that I can provide them the proper coverages they need. And if we have recommendation, he has the direct relationship with the customers. So the chances of them doing those recommendations and helping mitigate their risks, which will lower their costs, is a lot greater.
Yeah, there's no way to totally prevent fires, but you can certainly take a lot of steps to do so.
Oh, very true. And I think it's important, it's a partnership, and it has to be a three-way partnership. You know, the company, the agent, and the client. Because ultimately everybody wants the same thing, a building that doesn't burn and that is safe and profitable for all.
I'm sure you give this advice to your customers all the time, but for people watching maybe who don't work with you, what advice would you give to help mitigate the risk of fire?
Well, if you're a property owner in a multifamily, you want to make sure that have a no smoking policy, which is really important. Make sure you have a plan to replace smoke detectors. We prefer them to be hardwired, but if they can't be hardwired, we want them to be lithium batteries for 10 years. The fire extinguishers have to be serviced every year. If you have a security system, make sure you keep it and it's active and those types of things. So.
Well, good advice, and we thank you for your partnership and for keeping the community safe.
Oh,
Thank you.
And if anyone's interested in learning a little bit more, you can visit millersinsurance.com/fire prevention or RileyInsuranceLLC.com. The previous portion of Good Day PA was sponsored by Miller's Mutual.